So I figured out we don't have to go backstage. Apparently, we can just
Oh,
go ahead and launch. So
cool. And Sal
yeah.
Stewart has gone yard. It's
Oh,
now a six
we
to
got
three ball game.
6-3. What inning is it?
Bottom of the eighth.
Well, time's running short, but their bullpen's a little. I don't know.
There's nobody
Is it,
out.
is it Soto pitching right now?
God, I hope not.
Is it a lefty? Anyway,
It is a lefty. I don't think it's Soto.
he would be their eighth inning guy, I would think. Anyway, welcome to Closers by Committee. This is maybe our fifth or sixth episode. We're getting into it now. The
Barco.
season's Barco. Oh, okay. He's another. Okay. We'll talk about that later in our fantasy segment, but that's another pitcher that I wanted that ended up on.
Well, you're better off without him, man.
Well, tonight I am, yeah.
But the other day, too, I think he had really bad stats coming into this day.
Well, I still like him, but we'll talk about that later. But
I wouldn't touch him.
But here we are for opening days behind us. Both of our fantasy drafts are behind us. The season is in full swing. I've been watching tons of baseball for the last 4 or 5 days. I don't know about you've been busy. I know, Aaron. I don't know if you've been able to get a chance to watch much, but
I've been watching the Reds condensed games mostly, although I've got them on right now. And I've been watching whatever that rewind show is every day.
Oh, yeah, that's good. That's like a half hour or something. Just all the highlights of the previous night, right?
Yeah, no commercials, no host.
I heard Eno Saris talking about that. That's part of his daily routine to watch that every morning.
Yeah, I think DVR said that.
Mm-hmm. Was it DVR? Okay, could have been DVR, one or the other. But that's full disclosure.
Pittsburgh skipper's going to get tossed here.
Oh, yeah? What's he arguing? He's arguing with the robot? You can't argue with the robot.
I don't know why he's arguing. It's a 1-2 count. He's arguing with the umpire. He still hasn't been tossed.
Really? They're like really reaching to find reasons to get tossed now.
Yeah. And it's happening.
Did he get tossed?
No, I mean, it's been happening. I've been seeing people get tossed.
Oh, yeah. The other day, Ryan Helsley, pitching for the Orioles, walked a batter late, probably in the ninth inning, I guess. He was trying to close out the ball game. And the Twins manager started going ape shit. He jumped out of the dugout, and nobody could understand what he was upset about. He wasn't upset because they did the ABS. They did an appeal, and the ABS illustrated that it was a strike. He caught the corner.
Base hit Suarez.
Wow. We might have to suspend this and get back to
no, it's good luck, man.
But the manager was arguing that Helsley did not call for the appeal fast enough.
Yeah, that was bullshit. He called for it right away.
Yeah. He wasn't even through. He was just gaining his balance back when he did whatever signal they did.
Yeah, the call had barely been made when he touched his hat.
Yeah, I'm not sure who the Twins manager is, but whoever he was, I feel like he jumped the gun on that one.
Yeah, but it's not Rocco Baldelli anymore.
Well, what do you think of the ABS? Have you enjoyed that so far? I've kind of liked it.
Yeah, that Suarez game, man, that was intense.
Yeah.
I never thought that the crowd would blow up like that for it, and that it would be the Reds.
Well, they did it. They did a very smart thing. They made it a very illustrative thing. Like I think it shows on the scoreboard. I haven't been to a big league game yet, but by the reaction of the crowd, they show the graphic.
You see it when we do, I think.
Right, trained on the strike zone, so it's immaculate or as perfect as it can be. And they are overturning calls
at their height.
Yeah, overturning calls that just barely clip the strike zone, and the reactions have brought a degree of excitement to the game, I think.
Well, the umpire in that game was C.B. Buckner, who is, I'd say, one of the worst 3 umpires of the last 20 years.
Okay.
Right, you got him, you got Angel Hernandez, and Country Joe West.
Country Joe West, yeah. He didn't suffer fools except for himself.
Yeah, and they didn't suffer the constraints of the 17-inch home plate strikes.
Yeah. Yeah. There was a
Punch people out.
there was a guy, I can't think of his name right now.
Eric Shout? Oh no.
Eric Gregg, maybe?
Yeah, Eric Gregg.
He was a little bit out of shape, and people alleged that it didn't allow him to see strikes low in the strike zone, and he got kind of ushered out of the game early, I think.
I feel like he was in there a long time.
Well, he was an affable guy. They would always interview him, and he was like somebody they really went to promote the game, it seemed, but he was not considered an especially great umpire.
No, he wasn't.
Mm-hmm. But I liked him better than Joe West for sure.
Oh yeah, Joe West was the worst. Well, no, Angel Hernandez was the worst. Dave Pallone was the worst.
Mm-hmm. Dave Pallone. Yeah, that's the one that Pete threw blew kisses.
Concepcion blew kisses at him. Yeah.
Okay.
But
yeah,
it seemed like he had it out for the Reds at one point.
Yeah.
That would have been early '80s.
Right. Yeah, he was gay, right? I think he was gay, and back in those
came
days,
out later. Yeah,
came out later, but the players knew it, and it was not. They would sometimes.
Gay or straight, he was a bad umpire.
Yeah, he was a bad umpire for sure.
Base hit Dane Myers, new acquisition of mine.
Holy crap, man! They're on a real tear here.
Runners at the corners, nobody out.
They have to have the tying run plate now.
Tying run at the plate.
Wow, I'm gonna put that on my phone here.
Don't jinx it.
I've never been accused of being a jinx before, but
okay. No, Elvie Marte's coming up.
Marte?
Nope.
Well,
I got him benched, I believe, in Lebowski.
His stock has fallen since the season started, or maybe even before the season started.
He's 0 for the season, so
yeah.
Until he gets a hit, I'm not going to play him.
Well, and you shouldn't. Not in a deep mixed league like that. No, you really got to capitalize on guys who are hot. For instance, the hottest hitter in baseball, Joey Wiemers.
How about that guy, man? He finally made it yesterday.
Yeah. They say he's restructured his swing, because he used to be all over the place. He'd swing like I don't know. I can't think of a comparison, but he was just highly unorthodox, wild, rip it and rip it, basically. Mm-hmm. Rip it and rip it style hitter. And I haven't seen any of this streak, but he reached base his first 10 at bats at the start of the season.
Yeah. There's even like infield singles that he beats out and stuff. I mean, it's just a fluky thing.
Yeah, just out of his mind.
All right, Santana's in there now against Marte.
Oh, they made a pitching change?
1-1, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, they went to Santana in the 8th.
Yeah,
I got Santana and Soto though now, so.
Right. So if he does get out of this jam, then you might get save out of Soto.
Between those $3, I've got the Pittsburgh saves covered.
Mm-hmm. But nobody is undefeated still. Everyone has at least one loss. I checked that before we started. Yeah. So it's such a small sample size. You really can't extrapolate anything from what we've seen so far. 4 ball games. We're going on 5 now.
Mike Trout's back.
Yes, he's been tearing it up. That's good to see.
That's awesome to see.
Mike Trout fan for sure.
2-2 offering to Marte, fouled off.
I don't know if Trout, he might not be the defensive player he was before.
But he's back in center field.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if he was ever going to have that Philly reunion that they always talked about. His contract probably still extends for a while.
I don't think he wants to leave Anaheim for whatever reason. I can't figure it out. Popped him up.
Oh, boy.
To the shortstop, in the dirt. 1 away.
Well, now, if that had been O'Neill Cruz at shortstop, that might have been a triple.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you really need to hit the ball to center field. we've been busy at the Political Action Committee meeting tonight, but I did hear that the Crews made another guffaw out there in center field tonight.
Yeah, I didn't see it. That's when I turned the game on. Right after. And then he homered.
The guys on the thread were complaining about it. Thought it should have been.
O'Neill Cruz homered like the next inning.
Did he? Yeah. Well, there you have it. There's the good with the bad.
Yeah. All right, here's Lowe. Which one do we have?
Lowe is the second baseman.
All right. Nathaniel Lowe. Yep.
Well, the Reds aren't done batting yet.
No, he's hitting lefty against Santana.
Okay. Well,
the Pirates strike one.
The Pirates' defense in general,
right down Broadway. Pirates' defense in general.
Well, I feel like that. A lot of people are predicting them to make the playoffs, and they have a really good season, and you can see it with their lineup and their rotation. But their defenses really leaves something to be desired.
Especially Cruz in center.
Yeah. And Lowe is not a particularly good second baseman.
Talking about the Reds, Lowe?
No.
Pirates, Lowe.
Talk about the Pirates, Lowe. Okay.
Right now, the Reds, Lowe is batting.
Okay.
Pirates, Lau is in the field, I guess.
Right.
Do I have that right? I don't know.
One is Lowe and one is Lau.
Yeah, the one that's on the Reds is now looking at an 0-2 count.
Yeah.
4 seconds on the pitch clock. Swung on and fouled away.
Okay. But, the Pirates, I feel like that's the one thing that may be overlooked about them is their defense is not that strong. But they can do something about that in season. They can make some adjustments.
Yeah. Emilio Pagan and Pierce Johnson warming up.
How many times have Pagan pitched? Oh, they let Connor Phillips have the save the other day.
Yeah, yesterday.
Yeah. But Santillan and Pagan are going to get worn out, just like last year. They're really going to lean on those guys.
Well, yeah, Pagan and Pierce Johnson were both basically unavailable yesterday, I think. Yeah. Santillan went again anyway.
But I really like Connor Phillips. I guess
got good stuff.
I guess I slept on Connor Phillips a little bit. I do like him. The other day he was absolutely unhittable. And then yesterday, when he got the save, that was a little shaky.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't really
walk the first couple guys.
Yeah. But then he regrouped and got out of the inning. But what do you think are like the major storylines here at the outset of the season?
The ABS.
Mm-hmm.
Especially the CB Buckner game,
mm-hmm.
where Eugenio Suarez was, I think the count was 2-2, and the first pitch was low. He tapped his hat, and it was called a strike, and then it was overturned, and then it was a full count, and then the next pitch was outside, and he called it a strike. CB Buckner did. And he tapped his hat again, and Buckner couldn't hardly believe it. He was beside himself. Mm-hmm. And, Buckner, who for a long time has gotten bad marks on the umpire scorecards.
Yeah.
It's right there on the scoreboard now.
Yeah. Well, I think the ABS in general is more popular. Is more popular maybe than, for instance, the Phantom Runner, the extra inning Phantom Runner,
the Zombie Runner.
Yeah, the necessity. I won't call it outlawing the shift, but the necessity to outlaw the shift is a bummer. Yeah. I feel like it was the right thing to do, but it still sucks.
It made baseball boring a little bit.
Yeah, the pitch clock has been a good development.
Pitch clock's been the best thing of all of them.
Yeah, the shortening of the game. While it kind of sucks because if you're on the pace, that you used to be on, where you come home and you start to watch a game, and you might wander off and do something, come back and watch from the seventh inning on or something. That
Hmm.
it's done by the time you get back to it anymore. The games are
Yeah.
about 2 hours
Well, the
and 20.
replay's ready for you by then.
Yeah, but it's nice when you go to the ballpark and you get home on a weekend.
Yeah, it's just I just always liked when faster workers would pitch, like Tom Browning.
Yeah,
You know it's going to be a 2 hour and 10 minute game,
right.
and the Reds are going to be in it.
Well, that's why I always like the businessman special. The team had to get out to get to a game for Friday night.
Yeah,
They're always on Thursdays, and mysteriously, those games would always be the shortest ball games on the schedule.
yeah.
I mean,
And
because
occasionally you'd get an extra inning one though.
well, that's when and then Marty would be bitching like a banshee. You know? It's like,
Yeah, or a rain delay
yeah, good
on
Lord.
getaway day. Ooh,
Yeah, crotchety old man.
is
But
this game over?
that was only the eighth, wasn't it?
I thought so. They're
Yeah.
like showing credits kind of and highlights a little bit.
Oh no, Pierce Johnson ended the game. Nathaniel Lowe, by the
Yeah,
way,
they're still-
lined into a double play. For those of you following.
Yeah, I think
Oh.
I was looking at you instead of the game.
Well, I would say I've been impressed with the Mets. I think the Mets look pretty good so far. They're 3-1 going into the night. I don't know what they're doing tonight, but the Dodgers, of course, are just whistling while they work, like they always do. They're just kind of biding their time till October. You know,
It's just March, man.
every day is a sunny day with flowers in bloom and colorful sky and beautiful
Actually-
blue jerseys. And
It's actually raining here right now.
Is it really?
Yeah. I don't know about in LA, but it's raining here.
Right. You're quite a distance from Chavez Ravine.
Yeah.
The series I've watched, the Giants have not looked very good, to be honest with you. Talk about they don't seem to know what they're doing. Their defensive alignment is kind of screwy with Arise at second base. He's really not proven to be a very good second baseman, and that's been costly to Logan Webb. He had a very rough outing his first game, and
I drafted him anyway.
well, he's a great pitcher. I mean, he went for more in the draft than I had him for.
Yeah.
But he'll come around for sure. But the Giants, I don't know. They're kind of still weak offensively. They don't really fill out a lineup really good. I mean, Matt Chapman's good. What I like about watching baseball early in the season is you see how guys are utilized. You read about it. You hear people speculate about it.
Mm-hmm.
But until you see the games and see where guys slot in the lineup, or how the splits are done by the manager, are you really going to take this phenom and only play him against right-handed pitching, or are you going to let him learn how to hit? That's why baseball fans get so excited about opening day, is when all these things that you speculated about for months start to come to fruition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we got more action here. Nick Gonzalez led off with a single. And Horwitz is pinch hitting. He's down 0-1.
I don't know. I don't care for Horwitz as a first baseman. He doesn't have much power, it doesn't seem.
Pinch hitting for Joey Bart.
Yeah, that figures. I really do like O'Hearn, though. If I had not kept Juan Soto, I'd have probably kept him.
Yeah.
But
first base was so thin this year.
Yeah.
I dropped a fortune.
Well, you wound up with Devers, right?
I wound up with Devers and Olsen.
Yeah. Well, that's a lot of firepower there. I kind of did the same thing with second base. I went with who I considered to be two of the better second basemen in the draft. Wound up with Semien and Nico Horner. But that bid, we might as well jump into the bottom of the third, which is our rotisserie teams.
All right.
Because we're starting to talk about it already. I feel like I sabotaged my draft when I had to go to $27 for fucking Nico Horner. I really like Nico Horner. I really like Nico Horner. He may be worth $25 to $27 because of the speed and the high batting average, and I don't know how many runs he's going to score batting fifth, but he'll have a boost in RBIs hitting down there. I really do like him.
So pick number 56, Nico Horner. Sean brought him out for $1, and he went for 27 to Phil.
Yeah.
Let me see what I had him going for.
Well, you do that. Oh, somebody boosted the Pirates lead there. It's 8-3 now. Must have been. But let me share that out.
All right, hitters, Horner.
All right, this is our current rosters in the NRBL. And as you can see, there are 27 slots, 14 hitters, 13 pitchers. This one position right here, swing, was basically invented for Aaron's
nine category stud.
Yeah. Shohei Ohtani, Showtime, of course, but now everybody has to fill that slot, which is fine. It's like another utility slot.
Except there can be a pitcher or a hitter.
Yeah. So this is basically our post-draft rosters plus a few free agent acquisitions that people made on Monday. And just looking at Sean's team, when I look at his team, there's not a whole lot of ambiguity about playing time here. Gary Sanchez is going to be a bench guy, but he'll hit against a lot of lefties, so he's a value.
He was the free agent pickup, right?
Yeah. Jake Mangum is not a starter, but he may have a future with the Pirates. Horwitz, like I said, I'm not a big fan, but he'll get at bats and he'll accumulate counting stats.
What I'm getting at, thinking they can take out Adam Horowitz.
What I'm getting at is that this team's pretty loaded, because look at Mookie Betts. He was able to capture Mookie Betts for $32, which is right around what he's worth, maybe a little bit more. But he already had 5 category studs like Corbin Carroll and Ellie De La Cruz, Ketel Marte. So this is what we're up against here. So as pitching staff,
I ain't scared.
You're not scared? Well, let's look at what the toy box projects, because the toy box
project me last, I'm sure.
Let's see. The toy box is a little valuable tool. There's 2 different systems where we evaluate things.
They got Rodney behind me. They don't know how much Rodney likes to trade.
But this gap, 69 to 95, is fairly gargantuan. Yeah, that's almost insurmountable. Now this not this. They play the games, so you got
to make trades too. I'm not the only one that needs to make trades.
Well, according to this, everybody from 2 on down needs to make trades.
Right.
So, yeah, pretty much. But this is what their engine shows is going to be the final results of the league.
Yeah, but their stat projections have always been shitty at best.
They're not as sophisticated as Oopsie and Steamer and
ATC and
Bad
X.
All those things are more analytical, more what would you say, sabermetrically.
Yeah, some of them use Statcast data now.
Yeah.
They're using swing speed.
So here's another one, just to give you, just for the variance.
They got out of the inning. 8-3 Pirates.
Yeah, they picked up 2 runs somewhere. And this one, Sean's still winning, but the deck chairs have been switched around a little bit. I'm down further.
Moved down to 4th in that, huh?
Now here's David.
I moved to last.
David was poor mouthing his team the whole time, just like, oh, I have no chance. I'm totally pegged. I'm just playing for next year. Now look at him. That's
not taking his injured guys into account either, probably.
That's true. He did draft some injured players that will help him later in the season, maybe even next year. But
I mean, the projections probably don't know they're injured.
I don't think they take account of who's on the reserve, for one thing.
Yeah.
But it's a pretty rosy picture for my team, I have to say, this stupid toy box. But I take issue with it, and I'll show you why right here.
I never even look at the toy box.
Well, I do, and I give it credit for being a little bit more sneaky good than you do.
How was it last year? Since I don't look at it, I don't know. I mean, predicting Sean to win's not a big.
Well, I saw, I know that nobody else saw it, but I felt like if I could, with the acquisition of Juan Soto, especially guys like that, and Machado, I felt like there was a path to possibly catch him. Not a great one, but enough to try.
Yeah, but if he had terrible luck.
Right. Or if I had more time, if I had those players more time, because I only lost by 10 points. But anyway, I take issue. 10
points is a lot. Isn't it?
You think so? It's not. It's really not. I mean, it can really shit. Now, late in the season, the stats don't move as fast.
It's an extra point per category.
Yeah, but it's not that. I don't know. That's just a matter of perspective, I guess. But I don't think it is. Yeah. But if you look here, I don't agree with this rosy picture for my team, because I have, of the 13 pitchers I have, because I took Nico Horner for $27, that completely destroyed my budget. And I wound up with these shitbags like Chris Paddock, who got lit up for 8 runs yesterday, Kyle Leahy, these guys like Ben Brown. He could go, he's got some skills, but he could definitely kill you. He could pitch enough to kill you. Tobias Myers barely touches 92 miles an hour. Kevin Ginkel is, speculative at best. Colin Ray may be the best of those, and he's about a guy that averages around a 4.2 ERA. And, I like Colin Ray, but especially in real baseball, but he can hurt you.
He was on the bubble of being kept for $1 for me.
Yeah, I wouldn't have thought that'd have been a bad keep at all. And then this closer, Beater, he's not likely.
Not knowing what his role would be was the big thing. Beater, yeah.
My thinking when picking up Ray was that he has averaged about 130 to 150 innings for so many years, and he may not be first in line. I think that Javier Assad would be the first guy they'd call up if a Cub went down. But at some point, Ray might get some starts and could help that way. But Devin Williams had a down year last year. It remains to be seen if he's going to so my pitching staff, I've got some good guys like 1 through 4, but that's a lot of risk in my pitching staff. And that's that when we see guys that take like 9 and 10 starting pitchers in the draft, they're not going to help them in the long run. I don't understand it. Really don't get it.
You got to go see Skeens when he pitches? They were just advertising Skeens versus Abbott coming up.
I have never gone to the ballpark to watch an opposing player. I mean, even when I saw Ichiro, they just happened to be playing the Mariners. Yeah. I'm glad I saw him. But I would never. That's not the thing.
If you go into 1 of 3 games, you don't pick the one with the best pitcher or the one you want to see the most.
No, I don't. Not unless it's the Reds. I mean, not unless it's Hunter
Yeah,
Green.
Hunter Green, exactly.
Yeah, maybe I might go see Hunter Green or Eric Davis. But Paul Skeens, he's a bad guy.
That way, one of these days, when we're asking that question again, who's the best pitcher you ever saw, you'll be able to at least put Skeens into the equation.
Well, I still might. I might see him. I mean,
Right.
by
That's
happenstance.
what I mean.
Yeah. Right.
Cross him off your list of. Here's Ellie.
Let's see where we're at 30 minutes here. So just thinking, we'll take a look at your team, Aaron, and you can tell us why you're hopeful or pessimistic about your projections.
All right.
There we go. Oopsie Daisies 420. It's hard to find these guys that change their team name every year, but I think you've held on to this for 2 years now.
Yeah, I can't change my own name. I have to go through the commissioner side.
Right.
Didn't.
Sean took the fun out of that.
I changed my Lebowski name though. They were prior restraint. So yeah, my first pick, I spent $42 on Matt Olson because you had Bryce Harper and Matt Olson, and then basically pray for rain was the first base situation.
It was a little thin, yeah.
It was very. Getting a frog in my throat here. Hang on.
Well, Olson's he's another kind of grip it and rip it. We were talking about this at the draft. He has eye-opening numbers. Like his first season with the Braves, you were like, who needs Freddie Freeman? You know, but he's not Freddie Freeman. He's not. No. He's a big ogre masher that can.
They thought Freeman was done.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's looking like 30-ish homers, 90 ribs or 90 runs.
Very productive player.
90 plus ribs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gonna steal anything?
Well, okay. The guy that's interesting on your roster, did you notice that Jorge Mateo got traded to the Braves? Or no, he didn't. Matos. The Giants traded Matos to the.
Yeah, Mateo's already a Brave.
Yeah, they traded Matos to the Brewers because they lost Jackson Chourio and Andrew Vaughn, two big bats out of their lineup. So Matos. Off on a tangent here, but Matos is likely to get some at bats against right-handers now. But anyway,
Suarez is up with the bases loaded.
Oh, the bases are loaded.
Strike one, strike two, 0-2.
This is against Soto too.
It's against Soto.
Well, it's as Dusty would say, it's not within slam reach.
It's not. Ball one.
So Gino can hit it to the moon, and it's not going to necessarily help.
It'll help me. He's on my Lebowski team.
And hurt you at the same time.
Yeah. And it'll hurt me in this league, yeah.
Yeah.
Which is the one I really care more about. Strike three. He knew it before the call. He walked away.
Well, there's the old ball game. The Reds
there
are
it
3-2.
is. They're shaking hands. Doing dances, hugging.
So your next probably big bat was probably Rafael Devers.
Yeah, I grabbed Logan Webb for 34, which was a lot of bread again.
Yeah.
And then Devers, I spent 39 on him. Mm-hmm. So that gave me a lot of power. I'm hurting for speed at that point.
Yeah.
And
Luis Roberts will steal a few bases for you. I think Dane Myers will.
Yeah, Luis Robert was my next pick, and that's exactly why I grabbed him. Yeah. And then Brian Reynolds after that. Robert was 24, Reynolds was 18.
What do you want?
And
Yeah.
then Adolis Garcia for 18.
Yeah. I tell you what I like. I like his speculative pickup. I like that Sanoa.
Sanoha toward the end. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was about to say then I'm in dollar days, basically. Other than Gregory Soto, everybody I got after that was $1.
Right.
I got Soto for $2.
So yeah, Cade Cavalli. I erroneously brought up his name in the draft, not remembering that you kept him.
Yeah.
I'm lucky I wasn't punished or like had to relinquish a spot on my roster or something. But no, we don't do that. But
Smack you on the PP with a ruler.
ooh, that really? Oh, we should mention, since you're talking about exposing yourself, tonight was the premiere of Rip Rogers on the Antisocial Network. So and I did listen to the Rip Rogers episode. They're going to be premiering a show called The Pain Lair with Max Lane and Rip. And they did cover the topic of men touching other men's penis.
Oh.
So that kind of, when you said that, it immediately made me think of, because you can imagine in wrestling, they probably touch their penis all the time when they're turning them upside down and doing pile drivers and shit.
Just for funsies?
Yeah. But apparently Rip got really agitated one time when some wrestler actually kind of made advances on him, and they told that hilarious story. So you should check that out for that type of hilarity. It was really kind of cool. But both Rip and Max are, they were into WWE. So, I mean, we're talking about big time wrestlers here. So if you're a wrestling fan, you definitely want to check that out. Or a fan of men touching other men's penises, I guess.
That's, yeah. Is that more Greco-Roman? I don't know.
I don't know. Okay. So are you happy with your draft?
Satisfied with my draft, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't show the restraint I wanted to. I don't know. What if I didn't get Matt Olson for 42? Then I'd be stuck with a shitty first baseman.
Yeah. But you were going to go to the mat for him, right? So
well, no, I wanted Bryce Harper.
Oh.
Sean went to the mat for him.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, Harper.
Is he 42?
Let's see, what do you got him for? Does he even Sean got him? I don't think. I don't see Bryce on Sean's team here.
Let me look here.
Nothing
There's Bryce Harper nominated by David, owned by George Zahn. But he did go for 42.
With the same price, must have been a different point in the draft for you, or after you had probably just picked up somebody.
I hadn't had anybody yet.
Huh.
Yeah, it was the 6th nomination.
Right. Okay. So neither one of us were completely enamored with our own drafts, I don't think. But not completely dejected either. But let's see what the actual standings are right now.
So your first pickup was what? Devin Williams for 15. That's pretty good price. Oh no, you got him for not 29. No. You got him for 29. They opened at 15. Teoscar for 27.
Yeah.
Semien for 12. Luke Weaver for 5. Seems like a good deal.
Well,
Glasnow for 23. Seems like a fair price.
Except the Dodgers will send him off on the Love Boat for about 2 months in the middle of the season, probably. He'll wind up with about 100 innings pitched. But other than that,
he'll end up with more than that, unless he hurts himself. Quinn Priester for 8.
That one I liked.
He's injured, right?
Yeah, but I do like I like him as a long term.
Nico Horner, that was desperate for saves time. 27.
Desperate for steals.
I mean steals. Sorry,
Yeah, I had Scott last year, and I couldn't
saves and
stomach.
steals. I got him. The league was 4x4 for years, which is colloquially known as saves and steals.
Yeah. So
And
the standings
then you
right
got
now. Oh,
Beater, Vientos, Puck, Paddock, Bowers, Nunez were all of them, but Beater were $3. Beater was $8.
I like Nunez. There's cheap speed for
Yeah,
you right there.
I wanted Nunez too.
Yeah, but I look at Sano as sort of like
I was deep into dollar days by then.
Yeah. Sean actually snagged about 4 guys that I had told myself I'm not leaving this draft without at least a couple of these guys, but he got all 4 of them.
Did you
Robleski.
not? Yeah, let me see here.
I'm telling you, it's because I spent all that money on Nico Horner, and I was handcuffed at the end. I didn't have the money. He had more money than me, and everybody. Like I didn't even get the name Robleski out of my mouth when he said he bid him up to 3 or something, or 2, whatever.
Yeah, did you even bring? Yeah, you brought him up, 168th pick. Yeah, he two'd you.
Yeah, I mean it was so fast. It was like he was waiting for him, you know. And
your nominations: Kyle Tucker, Trey Turner, Marcus Semien. You got him. Nolan Arenado, Brian Reynolds. I got him. Blake Snell, Herman Marquez, Mark Vientos. You got him. Max Meyer, Bones got. AJ Puck. You got him. Braxton Ashcraft. You got Chris Paddock and Jake Bowers.
yeah,
Brandon Sproat, Rodney got him. Nasim Nunez.
got him.
I just couldn't outbid you. Didn't have it.
He's my project.
Foster Griffin, Justin Robleski.
Yep, Foster,
Both
Griffin and Robleski are both guys.
$2 each. Yeah,
They're both guys that I wanted. And it happens if it's not him, it's Rodney.
well, you put him out there too early. Maybe you should have waited another.
Well, obviously, yeah. But it's at that point when you're doing dollar days or you only have $2 a player, you don't want to get stuck with Chris Paddock.
You want to be the one saying 2.
Yes.
Unless it's really late.
But if you put up somebody like, as I was saying, Chris Paddock and Kyle Leahy, who actually had to take at the end of the draft or else dip into the Rockies rotation, you're going to get stuck with those guys. So it's like you don't want to nominate somebody at that point in the draft and then have crickets, and then you're stuck with some.
Yeah. At that point in the draft for pitchers, I'm sorting by whip, and I'm not taking anybody over like a 122.
Well, maybe that's something to look at. But these guys that I target, for some reason, somehow, every year, I don't have the dough to go after at least a couple of these guys I really wanted cheap. Anyway, but here's our standings right now. Right now, Rod is in first place. If you remember, the toy box had him in last place. So this is how dynamic it is right now. Things can change dramatically.
Yeah, you can jump 6 spots in a day easily.
Yeah. A month from now, it'll be different.
4 guys hit home runs for you. You're on top of the world all of a sudden.
Yeah. Right. All right. Well, that's our nobody wants to hear about your fantasy team segment. And now we're in the middle innings where we kind of discuss. Gosh, what am I doing? I need to stop sharing, dude. Stop sharing. All right. So why don't we just real quickly here. We have a podcast coming up, Baseball Movies, where we comprehensively cover 16 movies that were nominated for the Felix as part of the revisionist cinema that we call rotisserie cinema. So maybe we talk a little bit about our favorite baseball movies. Or you want to take movies maybe that weren't mentioned, or do you just want to go by?
No, we can talk a little bit about the movies that were in there.
Okay.
The winner was League of Their Own, right?
Yes.
Which I can't argue with. That almost everybody had it in their top 3.
Yeah.
I think everybody had it in their top 5.
Mm-hmm.
It's got classic
Gina
lines. It's got people that look like real ball players, and Gina Davis.
Yeah.
Tom
There's
Hanks
no
is funny.
crying in baseball. Yeah. Just the look on that girl's face is incredible. The way she could contort her face, and
you got the Madonna and the Rosie O'Donnell of it all.
Yeah. Right. But Bill pointed out that Gina Davis really looked like a ball player. Like she really moved like a ball player.
Really did.
And I have to agree. She's apparently an archer. She's a world-class archer. Like, I don't think she competed in the Olympics, but she was in competition to be a world-class archer, which I don't know how that translates to baseball, but obviously she was a good athlete. So I think she does a lot of her own stunts.
Good vision, maybe.
Yeah. I think she's one of these actresses or actors like Tom Cruise and Charlize Theron that does a lot of their own stunts, like these like these white knuckle stunts, like climbing up mountains and just crazy shit, jumping on buildings and stuff. But that's where her athleticism kind of came up. But anyway, we spent a lot of time on that in such a short segment. I thought Major League would win. I really did think.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. Because it's the funniest. It's the most madcap, crazy.
Yeah, it's
slapsticky.
It's really mostly to me funny because of Bob Uecker, but yeah. Where'd that end up? That ended up 8th place.
Mm-hmm. It ended up 8th, which kind of surprised me because I know 2 or 3 people had it on their list at least.
Yeah, but they didn't have it as their number 1 usually.
But
let's see who voted for it highest.
But you had
somebody. You voted for it the highest. You voted it 4th.
Really? I'm surprised. Okay. Well, okay. I say that I thought it would win. That doesn't mean I think it should win.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I thought it would win.
You voted at 4th. I voted at 5th.
Yeah. I didn't exactly break it down.
Bill voted at 7th.
Wow.
Lisa voted at 10th.
10th. Well, the things about it is Charlie Sheen really looked like a pitcher in that movie, for one thing. His character was over the top, but when he threw a baseball, he looked like a max effort closer type pitcher.
Sure enough.
And, the whole storyline with Dorn, who was just like prima donna, that really wasn't very good, but had they signed for a big contract, probably try to trade him mid-season or something, but he brought his contract into the clubhouse, and the manager took the thing and threw it on the ground, pissed all over it. And then there's Serrano with the bat. He would put he was a practitioner of voodoo, and he'd do something on the bat, to try to evoke more home runs from it and stuff.
Hats for bats.
Yeah. I mean, it was just, it's a laugh. It's a really the part, was it? Yeah. Randy Quaid out in the outfield. I mean, that was just over the top. That was nuts. The way he was wishy-washy. He reminds you of somebody in the league.
In the crowd, yeah.
Yeah. Reminds you of somebody in our league.
Yeah.
But Wild Thing, you make my butt sting.
Oh my.
No, I just thought that would win, but
I thought Sandlot would win.
Well, that's what I thought should win.
It had 2 number 1s and didn't win. 2 number 1s and then a number 5 and a 6. So League of Their Own having had 3 number 3s, a number 2. and 2 number 6s.
Well, that was
Powered,
good
it
enough.
powered by the Bad News Bears, actually.
Well, I mean, there's just so many good ones. Bad News Bears is so amazing. And then Jeremy, of course, announcing that the remake was better than the original. That was a gasp when went throughout the room when he said, "It's like what?"
Yeah, the record scratch.
Yeah, right. But yeah, we could talk. The thing that about baseball movies or any movies really is a icebreaker. Like at the draft, everybody was intense getting into the draft, and I know when I'm drafting, I'm like really quiet because I'm like concentrating on everything. But we brought up that we were going to do that, and the whole room started talking about the movies.
It's just quotes from Bull Durham after that. It feels.
Yeah, Finley was into it.
Candlesticks are nice.
Yeah, Robert Wall and Bull Durham. Yeah. All right, so the name of the podcast is Closers by Committee, and the name of this segment is Always Be Closing.
A, B, C. A, always, B, B, C, closing. Always be closing. Always be closing.
So not everything goes the way you want it all the time as a closer. So we're already seeing some things that are kind of unexpected. One of the things that I want to talk about was Kansas City. Apparently Carlos Estevez, their closer, his velocity is really down, and that might be a fluid situation there. He might be losing his grip.
Yeah. I heard a lot of experts saying they're staying away from Estevez coming into draft season.
Yeah.
Since he's an American leaguer, it didn't much affect me.
Well, and when he's with the Rockies, when I'd see him occasionally, I didn't really care for him because I thought he was a max effort pitcher. He threw very hard. He threw up around 100 miles an hour, but I just thought if he lost anything off of that fastball, that would be it. So I'm not surprised that if his velo is down like that it might be time for somebody else to step up. Also in St. Louis, Ryan Stanek received a save opportunity on opening day that he converted, but I think he blew one the next day. But the fact that he was used 2 days in a row kind of suggests that he may be the guy. There was a lot of speculation that Riley O'Brien had won that going into the season, and then there was the fans of Jojo Romero and the one reliever, the dark horse reliever that Sean took, and Lebowski. Can't think of his name at the moment.
Sean reliever and Lebowski.
Yeah. Anyway, it looks like that Stanek is at least in the mix, if not the man. So I don't know where I don't think he was drafted actually, and I'm not sure who took him.
He's got Sterner, Soto, Pomerantz, Kirby Yates, Lucas Urseg, Griffin Jacks.
No. Anyway, it's wide. I think it's wide open. Rather than say that Stanek is going to be the man, I think it's completely wide open. The Cardinals are off to a good start offensively, so whoever emerges there may become a somewhat steady source of saves, but who can say at this point? It does look like in Arizona that Paul Sewald is taking that job and run with it. You really didn't have a whole lot of competition. Kevin Ginkel, Thompson, I don't think are really good options. There's some guys that are hurt, AJ Puck and Martinez, that may challenge him later in the year, but unless Sewald really trips up, I think he's running away.
Closer Monkey took the committee asterisks off. So.
Svanson's who I was thinking of.
Didn't he get rocked once or twice?
He did early on here. He has been hit hard a couple times. but long term, there are people who think he might be the guy.
Yeah, Sean already cut him loose.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
So, and I noticed he is not on his NRBL roster either. So,
Cut him loose twice. Did not like what he saw.
in Cincinnati, I think that Connor Phillips is starting to look like a real possibility as a long-term solution. His sweeper, whatever that was he's thrown the other night, was absolutely filthy against a pretty good Boston Red Sox lineup, and he did get a save opportunity, mainly because Santillan and Pagan had been worked to death during that first series, but still he converted it. A little shaky, but he converted it.
Yeah. They say Cade Smith's been struggling.
Has he?
He's got like a 167 whip.
And
his four-seamer, I guess the velocity's down.
I know the Angels have had some issues, and Kirby Yates looked like he might be becoming a strong contender, but he, of course, is hurt.
He's injured,
70% of the time. So, with Stevenson on the shelf. So some of those closer situations that we talked about in earlier episodes are starting to. It's always going to be. That's going to be fluid. That's all season long. Things are going to be changing, not only with the closer, but with setup and moving into different roles.
Yeah, Milwaukee's up in the air. It's not looking so much like McGill now.
I watched McGill pitch last night. He looked fine. He's pretty. Yeah, he gave up the lead. I think lost the ball game, but he looked fine to me. But they do have a rebate there.
We got about 2.5 minutes.
Yeah. Well, that's about the extent of the ball game. I think that our closers by committee went ahead and closed this one out, I think. So why don't we go ahead and wrap it up? Is there anything that you wanted to add before we head for the exits?
Don't swing outside the zone.
Perfect.
And Boom Shanka.
Boom Shanka. I should have had this queued up. But until we meet again.